What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. Today we're going to tackle question 13 in the 5th grade math questions that North Carolina released this past school year. The question tells us that 3 friends equally share half of a pizza, and we're trying to find out how much of the pizza that each friend gets. So in order to do a problem like this and do it really well, you need to know how to read and translate a word problem into math language, and then also how to divide a fraction by a whole number, because we're going to end up doing that. So let's get started. First word I want to highlight, and if you've seen my other videos, you probably know where I'm going with the next 4 or 5 steps of this. I highlight the word each, and the word each, like if I see the word every or the word per, tells me that I need to multiply. Specifically, how much pizza, and then friends, because those are the quantities in the problem that are on either side of the word each. So I need to multiply my pizza by my friends to get the total pizza that they're sharing. Now we're trying to find out how much of the pizza each friend gets. So this is my unknown number. This is the number that I don't know yet. But I do know that I have 3 friends, and I know that the total amount of pizza that they're sharing is 1/2. So some number that I don't know yet times 3 equals 1/2. And now I need to use fact families to flip this around, because if I know that some number times 3 equals 1/2, then I also know that 1/2 divided by 3 equals that same unknown number. And now I need to go ahead and divide a fraction by a whole number, like I said at the beginning that this was a skill that we would need to use. I'm going to change 3 into 3/1. And I'm going to pull out that trick that I used for one of the other questions on this, or in this 5th grade math release test. And I'm going to use keep, change, flip, my memory card that reminds me, or my memory trick that reminds me of Kentucky Fried Chicken. So K is for keep, and when I say keep, I mean that I'm going to take my fraction that says 1/2, and I'm just going to keep it like it is. So 1/2 I keep as 1/2. C is for change. That means I change dividing into multiplying. And for flip, flip is where I take 3/1 and I flip it to get 1/3. Now I'm at a place where I can just multiply across my numerators and denominators. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. I'm left with 1/6 as an answer, which matches choice A. Now I want to very quickly plug 1/6 back into this original equation just to make sure that it works. 1/6 times 3 is the same thing as 1/6 times 3/1. And now I'm going to do the same multiplying trick where I multiply across my numerators. 1 times 3 is 3. And I multiply across my denominators. 6 times 1 is 6. This simplifies down if I divide both my numerator and denominator by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3, I get 1/2. Now the point of this was just to make sure that 1/6 was our answer, because if I plugged it back into this and it gave us a number other than 1/2, I did my math wrong at some point. But since I got 1/2, I know that 1/6 is my answer because I plugged it into this equation and it worked, and I know that choice A is my answer for this problem.